Hello, how are you? I'm back. Okay, so I've been getting this question. Y'all, I know my hair is a mess. Why? But I've been getting this question so many times from so many women. How do I not get emotionally attached? How? Like, I'm a woman. I'm all about feelings and emotions, and I dive deep. And when I'm dating someone, I just give them my all, and I just want to love them and show them that I'm a good woman, and blah 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 blah. Okay, that's why you get emotionally attached. How y'all doing? Okay, thank you. Someone said they love my channel. Thank you, Lexi. Okay, Lexi sexy. So, how do you not get emotionally attached? Okay, how do men not get emotionally attached? This is how you have to think. Why don't these guys get emotionally attached like women? What do they do? Like, what is it that they're doing that we're not doing? Okay, so let me tell y'all. Because I've been studying guys forever. Why don't men get emotionally attached? Because when they approach you from the start, they have goals and plans for you. Not future, but short-term goals for you. Okay? When a guy approaches you, it's because they want to sleep with you. Okay? In the back of their mind, they want to sleep with you. Okay? They want that. After they get that, then the goal changes. Okay? I wonder how much I could get her to want me or to be with me. You know, it's a game to them. You know, they never think, oh, I wonder if this is going to be my future wife and we're going to have 4 kids together and buy a nice 3-bedroom house and settle down with and buy a minivan. They don't think like that. Oh, I wonder what my boys are going to think about her. Let me take her out. You know, they're going to, they have these short term, shallow goals for you. Okay. So when you meet a guy, you have to have the same type of goals. Okay. And you have to approach him like, instead of you wanting sex, I wonder how much I can get him to spend on me. Okay? You got to have a goal. Or I wonder how much I can get him to fall in love with me or do whatever I tell him to do if you're not a gold digger. I wonder how much I can control him. Go in with a goal instead of an expectation. Because most of the women that I know, they will go into a relationship with an expectation when you really should be going in with a goal and a purpose. If you're going in with expectations, you're going to be let down 90% of the time. Because, first of all, they don't know your expectations when you go in. Only you do. It's a fantasy in your mind. So, when you go into a relationship, when you start dating people, have short term goals, okay? After you complete one goal, move on to the next goal and to the next goal. This will keep you from falling in love too fast, if you fall in love at all. It will keep you focused on your goal instead of wandering off in la la marriage land or we're going to be together forever land, because the guys aren't, okay? Especially if they're in their 20s. No man is thinking about marriage. So a lot of you women are like, but I want to get married. And y'all are like 22, 23. And y'all are trying to marry 25-year-olds. And what 25-year-old man do you know that rushes to the altar? None. They're still trying to have fun. And they don't get emotionally attached. They think of you as, oh, one of my girlfriends. Oh, you're going to be a girlfriend. You're going to be my girlfriend. Then I'm going to break up and go explore some new options and have some more girlfriends, okay? They're not looking for a wife at 25, okay? They can't afford a wife at 25. So why do women want to pressure these young guys to get married at such a young age and then get mad when they cheat on you? They're not ready, okay? So you need to go in with a goal and a purpose so that when you leave out or when the relationship comes to an end because they're 25 or because they're not into you anymore or because they want to move on and explore other options, you got your goals checked off, you got everything on your list, and you leave with something, okay? If you have a backup plan or a plan B, you just go straight to plan B after plan A leaves, okay? So you always have that back pocket person, that back pocket relationship, that guy you put on friend zone list, somebody that you know is waiting in line for you. And that way, that will help you if you do have a little bit of an emotional attachment. It will help you transition and not feel like, you know, you've been dumped or abandoned, or it won't make you feel sad for long because you just jump right into this one, you know. And that man will be so happy because he's been on the friend zone for forever. Now he gets to buy you stuff too. You go into that one with goals. Go into that one with goals. Get you another plan, a backup plan with, you know, you might not need it right away, but be working on it, okay? Have somebody else in your back pocket. Because when these guys leave you or dump you, they're moving on. They're not looking back. They're not crying. They're not on the phone talking about what went wrong. They're out having a blast, meeting new people, traveling, and exploring options in life, which is what you should be doing as well. Women get emotionally attached because they have too many expectations for relationships. If you stop having those expectations and start having goals, you will accomplish those goals instead of being upset that your expectations aren't met. So, for example, if you want to go all the way to marriage, you can't become emotionally attached if marriage is your goal. Because first of all, if you're emotionally attached, you're going to be weak. Okay? You're going to be weak, and you're going to let a lot of things go in fear of losing someone. But think about this. When you have a backup plan, just think about the stock market. Rich people who have a lot of money they could just throw away will put a lot of money in certain stocks, right? They're not afraid to lose it. But a lot of the time, they get paid. They get a return on that, okay? Because they're not afraid to lose it, okay? So they're not financially, you know, putting all of their money in one place. They're spreading it out. One of them is going to make it. You know what I'm saying? So that's something. Never give your all to one person. You know, have the plan B. You know, never give your all to that one person, because if that does not work out, it's over. You know, if you got stock over here and plan B, and you know, you can still make that work. You're not totally broke. So what I'm saying is, never put your all into a relationship until never. Like, you never do. Even after you're married, you never give your all. Because you're not supposed to give your all to anybody. Whoever lied to y'all and told y'all that are probably single or worn out or tired right about now. So you don't give your all to anybody. Like I don't even give my all to anybody. You know? You don't give your all to anybody. That's silly. Like, why would you give your all? You need some stuff for yourself, your kids, your mama, your daddy, sister, brother, cousin. You know, give a little bit. Because when you give too much, people don't appreciate you. You're the prize. So if you're with a man and you want him to marry you, act like you don't even care about marriage. You act like marriage is the last thing on your mind. You act like you're not trying to commit to him anytime soon because you know, I don't know if I'm going to marry you, you know. Or when you talk to him and you talk about marriage, don't talk about you and him being married. Just say, when I get married, like, take him out of it. Because if he feels like he's not in it and he's not marriage material, oh, he's challenged. Now he's going to make himself marriage material in your eyes. So, well, you know, when I get married, I'm going to have about 2 kids and I'm going to live in a house and such and such and such when I get married. It's going to be so cool. What are you going to do? You know, like, y'all, you ain't even thinking about marrying this fool. That's how you get a man to marry you. Because they're like, what? I'm not good enough to marry? Why don't you think we're going to get married? Now you flipping the script and making them have expectations of you. So you don't become emotionally attached. You don't become emotionally attached. You become strategic in your moves, okay? Women are too emotional, and that's why they end up sad and losing in a lot of these relationships and leaving empty-handed and feeling betrayed because they gave their all. Of course you're going to feel betrayed if you gave your all to somebody who was 25 years old. You know, they didn't give their all to you, so why would you give your all to them? You know, I can understand if you know, this person had gave you a kidney or something like that, but no, they didn't. So why are you doing it? Why are women doing this? Like, you don't give your all to somebody. You're the prize. If they want you, they're gonna have to come chase you, get on their knee and ask you to marry them, and then it's your decision if you want to marry them or not. You don't become emotionally attached. This is what men will chase: a woman who's emotionally detached. They're not going to want you if you're all over them all the time. Oh, I love you, sending 1,000 texts a day. They're always chasing that woman that don't want them. They won't even text them back. That won't even answer the calls. That's who they chase. They're not chasing you because you're too easy, and you're too emotional, and and you take everything personally. And if they want to do this and that, it's a big deal because you're so in love, and it's going to hurt your feelings. So every decision they make, they have to think about your feelings, and that gets old and boring. And I just want to be free. I just want to be free. I want to make a decision without having to come home or to talk on the phone for hours about why I didn't call or text. I'm 25 years old. I just want to be free. So no, stop becoming emotionally attached, especially when you're young. When you get old and it's time to have kids and get married and have a baby, all that stuff, go find someone who likes you a lot, and who's going to do all of that stuff for you, who you don't have to chase. But until then, y'all stop getting emotionally attached to these guys, because they're not emotionally attached to y'all. When they come up to y'all, they want one thing. And if they don't have a place to live, they want two things: a place to live and sex, okay? Or to show you off if you look good. They want you as an arm candy. So think about all the reasons that they want you, okay? Think about all the reasons. The best way to get a man to fall in love is to become emotionally detached, get them alone, get them to spend a lot of time with you, and make them fall for you, okay? But you never fall for them. Never. You pretend like you are, but you never fall for them. Because if you do, then they can kind of rule and manipulate over you because you're emotionally weak. But if you get them secluded, get them hooked, away from some of their friends, spending time with you a lot, and, and then you let them back free, like, oh, oh, don't worry about it. They're going to be like, well, why? What are you doing? How come you're not so attached to me? They're going to wonder why you're not attached to them. And they're going to be like, wow, we spent 2 weeks together, and, you're not even, like, in love with me yet. Blah, 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 blah. And then they're going to keep trying harder and harder and harder until they like, well, I don't know, I really love you. They're going to be, like, all in love with you because you're not in love with them. Okay. Now, I don't mean don't act like you are into them. I mean, make it hard. Like, oh, don't use the excuse, oh, I was hurt in the past, because that's weak. It's like, you know what? I really like you. You're a good man. Give them all these compliments. And then just like, I'm trying to see where this is going. I'm just really trying to see where this is going. I'm not sure yet, If you're the one that they have to impress and make fall in love, then they become emotionally attached to you. Needy women will always be needy. Okay? And I can't stop thinking about him. If I'm away from him, if I don't text him and text him back, I feel like I have to. Well, that's what your plan B and your friend zone dude is for. You go call him, you text him, you talk to him, let him boost your ego up, just like they do you. You know how you have that guy friend who's with the girl and they only call you when they mad at her? Well, you need a guy like that. So go get you a call buddy, plan B dude, friend zone dude. Let him talk you up, become emotionally attached to your friends. Tell them what you need to tell them. Tell them what you want to tell the other person, because they going to listen to you anyway because they want to sleep with you. So use that ear. Use that ear to get out your frustrations. And if you have any emotional issues, get them out with a friend. Okay? And then when you go back to the one that you're trying to, whatever, then you're strong with that person. Okay? That's what men do to women all the time. They go get that girl who will listen to them. Well, I don't know. She just, talk about their wife or baby mama or girlfriend to her, and the girl will listen because she think one day he gonna leave her for her. So he gets all his emotional baggage out on her. Meanwhile, the one that he's with, and he's probably not gonna leave anytime soon, is getting all the benefits, So just like men do, women can do as well. You just are not instructed on how to do it, And the funny thing is, when they do it, you know, we see all these issues. Oh, well, why does he have a? Why does he always got to do this and this and that? Because he don't want to become emotionally attached to you. You know, because he doesn't plan to stay with you very long, or you're not wife to him. You don't add up. You know, or he's not ready to settle down. So he's gonna lie to you, tell you what you want to hear, not become emotionally attached, let you become emotionally attached so you can do whatever he needs you to do. And when he's done with you, he's gonna be like, well, I'm not emotionally attached, so I don't feel bad. Bye. You know, and then you're left sad, alone, heartbroken. You gave your all, you sacrificed, you paid for this, you paid for that, you went 50-50, and now you're back at, you know, the beginning, maybe in debt now. And he's better and moved on to someone or something else, you know, because he didn't become emotionally attached to you. But he still say he loved me. That's called an open door policy. Okay, have you ever heard of open door policy? When you leave the door open to come back in when you feel like it. Another way, that's another way that they get you, you know. Well, I'll always love you, and you know, I just need time, and I'm not ready for this. That means, look, leave the door open for me. I'll come back when I'm bored. Okay? And mess with your mind again. So in a breakup, it's very important to close the door. And when you close the door on them, that's when they get upset. And then when you move on, when they see you move on quickly, ooh, they get real upset and they want you back. And this is when you can flip the script, when you can flip it and let them become emotionally attached to you. You know, it's like, oh, you know, when they say, well, how did you get over me so fast? Were you dating before? Or why are you with this new person? And how come I can't come over? And how come we can't be friends? And da 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 da. Well, you just tell them, look, when we were together, you were all about not being, you know, together. In a, you know, you were not trying to commit. You weren't trying to do nothing. Da 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 da. And when I started seeing those signs, I was like, hey, you know, I'm not gonna be in love by myself. So I got to be, you know, I met a friend and he was there for me when I needed him. And, you know, we never did anything, but, you know, now that you're out of the picture, I can go explore this guy. And he's a good guy, you know, brag on him. And they'll go, well, I think I want you back, you know, or we need to try this again because I don't know, you know. And like, no, it's too late, you know. I'm done with you. Then that's how you grab him back in. I'm done with you, you know. I have another person, you know. I can't just dump him now or he's going to be upset, you know. I don't want to break his heart because I just got my heart broken. So I don't want to break his heart. Well, I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you, blah, 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 blah. You know, he's going to be begging you back. And you're going to be like, well, I'll think about it. But right now, don't call my phone anymore because it's disrespectful. Close the door. When the door is closed and they can't get back in and you replace them with what seems like someone better, that's when they go crazy and become emotionally attached and obsessed with you. Okay? And if you want to give him a second chance, you make him your side dude and plan A, B. Okay? So your plan A left. So you went with your plan B. Your plan A wants back in. So make your plan A plan B and make him A. Okay? So your ex is now your plan B. Okay? Make your ex your plan B. Set it up. Make sure that they understand that, you know, okay, well, I still love you. Leave that open door policy. You switch it. You got to switch it. Okay? Have an open door policy with your plan B X that used to be A. Like, you know, I still love you, and then maybe there's a chance for us in the future. Will you wait on me? You know, I need to see what this is about. Just guys make you wait on them. Will you wait? I'm going to leave them. You know, I just need time to, you know, let him go easily. But, you know, meanwhile, and then you can get him to buy you stuff to try to win you back on the side as plan B. So you got to be smart and strategic. You can't be emotional, because when you're emotional, you can't think. You can't think straight. You can't think strategically. You can't win at chess if you're playing emotionally. Okay? This is chess. So make sure you're always thinking ahead. You're prepared. And You don't have expectations. That is the number one problem most women run into. They got too many expectations. No. Your only mission is to have a goal and to complete those goals. I'm going to get him to pay this phone bill. Okay. Now that he's paying my phone bill, I'm going to get him to do this for me. After all that. Okay, so when all of this, you're not becoming emotionally attached because you're just focused on meeting goals. Okay. And once, like, if you get close to him and he's friendly and y'all, connect and all that kind of good stuff, your next goal should be, okay, I am not going to forget about my plan B, because when I need that plan B, it needs to be in place. So you got to continuously call and text and kind of borderline flirt with the plan B. Okay. And have lunch with plan B every once in a while. Okay, just to keep your mind right. It's like plan B is waiting on you. He's waiting. Eventually, you're going to have to go to him when plan A fails. Okay? Because plan A will fail eventually if you are not becoming emotionally attached and he's not becoming emotionally attached or in love with you. So if he's not falling in love with you and it's not getting stronger, then he didn't plan on it. Okay? So, make sure your plan B is set up. You see him every so often. Keep it open door policy with plan B. And plan A will not be missed if he decides to, go on. Because you'll have plan B. And, like I said, if he wants back in, make him plan B again. And if you don't like your ex at all, then move on and get a new plan B. Okay, so that's how it goes. And if you have trouble with this because your morals and your religious and your background, upbringing and stuff like that, think about for a second why those were put in place. Why it was put in place. Think about it, okay? In a patriarchal society, women are made to feel like they're supposed to be this person, this type of person, give their all, sacrifice everything. And when they do that, it backfires and it does never work out. So take your power back and use what they do to you back on them. It's like a mirror. Okay? So you just hold up the mirror to them and just do exactly what they have been doing. If it's okay for them to do it, it's okay for you to do. Okay? If it's okay for them to do, this is called, this is the true equality. It's not about who pays on a date. It's about who is becoming emotionally attached or not. They already expect you to want all these things and become emotionally attached to them and needy and always calling and texting. They already expect that because that's typical behavior. Okay? But when you don't meet that typical behavior and it's them texting you all the time because you're not getting attached to them and you're not giving them your all and stuff like that, then it's like, hey, what's going on? And why isn't she getting attached to me? Why isn't she trying to call me all the time? And how come after I had sex with her really good, she's not impressed? She's not all over me. Why? She must be cheating or da 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 da. Then they're gonna start, like I said, becoming obsessed with you. And that's how you drag them in emotionally. And, how to get them even further in emotionally, you argue with them. You say, okay, I'm not seeing anybody else. Or, I'm just, I like you a lot. And, it's just, I don't know. Like, I can't really, I don't really want to commit. I don't really want to be in a relationship right now. I just want to date, Well, why are you doing all this and spending all this time with me if you're not trying to now you're flipping the script. And it's like, well, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Okay, I'm really going to think about it because I don't know, what I really want yet. And I don't know, if it's going to be with you. Then they're going to get offended and they were like trying to win you even more. Now they have become emotionally attached and drawn into you. And that's how you have to keep it. You don't do what they expect. You do the opposite. You do what they're doing to you. And some guys, they're not going to fall for it. They're going to be like, okay, because they weren't into you anyway. They were like, okay, well, I just want to have sex, you know. I was going to dump you after 2 weeks anyway, you know, but peace out. There's some guys out there that's going to be like that. And you'll be very happy that you didn't get emotionally attached. Because it's usually those cases when the women come crying to me, oh, we spent 2 weeks together and we was in love. No, you was in love and they was planning their escape. So, like I said, never become emotionally attached until they're emotionally attached to you. Okay? Then you can kind of give in a little bit. And, oh, he chased me in the beginning. Of course he chased you. He's a man. I'm talking about emotionally attached. I love you. Call, where are you at? When you coming home? I miss you. You know, can you come over? You know, I don't want to hang out with my friends and I want to hang out with you. What are you doing? You know, that. When they become that to you, then you can emotionally let your guard down and invest because you got them. Okay? But until they do that to you first, you can't let your guard down. If you do, you're doomed. Okay? Get him emotionally attached by getting him alone for a long period of time and just seducing him. Okay? With no you can't fall in love first. It's a game. I'm going to get him hooked. Okay? This is the goal. Get him hooked. Get him hooked every day. You know, get him hooked. Like, take a weekend vacation. Get him away from all his friends and stuff. For about 2 or 3 days. You know, do everything that you can think of. Do all his fantasies and everything. Like, he ain't never gonna find another girl like this, okay? Lingerie, fetishes. Just bring it all out, okay? And if you don't have sex before marriage, this is not for you, okay? Maybe you can entice his mind with what you want to do when you have sex one day in marriage. I don't know. But for those who are sexually active before marriage, do all this stuff to him. Blow his mind. Make him go crazy like Erykah Badu, okay? And then you pull back. And you busy all the time. Oh, I don't know when I'm going to see you again. You know, ain't nobody ever did this to him. Now, you know, he feels vulnerable because he probably went to some new level of freakishness with you. And he liked it. So now he's hooked. Okay? That's how you get a man hooked. Because men don't fall in love. They fall in lust first. They fall in lust. And then after they get all of that lustfulness, they fall in love. Because, oh my God, she's, she's just so sexy and seductive and sexual. And she's, she's not all over me all the time. I have to actually chase her still. And I've never had it done to me like that before. What was that? If I let her go, she's gonna be doing that with other people, and I don't want her to. All this stuff's gonna go through their mind, and that's the kind of wife I want. Because every night I go, when I come home from work, that's what I want. I don't want to have missionary position every day. I don't want no boring life. I like whips and chains and stuff. Okay. So get them like that. Get them through sex, lust, and isolation. Once you do that, they become emotionally attached to you. It's hard to get a man emotionally attached to you unless you are promising him a bunch of sex and he's still a virgin or he don't get none, okay? If everybody's an adult and practicing safe sex and having sex or whatever before marriage, that's how you get them. It's the sex, okay? That's how you have to get them, because they're not going to become emotionally attached to you if they're in charge of the sex. You got to be like the best they ever had, mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? Which means you got to go educate yourself. Okay, you can't be in there just sitting there like, okay, are you done? You got to go study some techniques and stuff, because after you do all that stuff to them, they will never leave you alone. They will never leave you alone, and that's how you get a man emotionally attached to you. Okay? Yeah. Read The Art of Seduction. Someone says read The Art of Seduction. If you don't do that, you're always going to have this competition. You're always going to have competition. If he has been with many women and none of them have done what you done, chances are he's going to think no one else will be able to do what you do. Or he'll be afraid to ask those women to do those freaky things that you do, you know. And then they'll be like, wow, ew, you know, I don't want to do that. You know, so then you're going to be his only option sexually, because now you done turned him out. Okay? So, turn him out. That's what you do, basically. And it's easy to turn someone out if you know that they have not experienced a lot, or have been with like boring girls, or, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's easy after that. It's like, remember, this is a job and a goal. It's not about feelings. It's not about making love. It's not about that. It's about getting him hooked and emotionally attached. And that's how you have to do it. You don't have to feel. You don't have to feel anything. You don't have to be in love to do all of that stuff. It's a job that needs to get done to get him emotionally attached, so that you can do whatever you want and get him to do whatever you want after that. That's it. It's kind of like training an animal. And I know that's kind of mean to say. It's okay. Think of it in this term. If you met someone and they gave you everything you wanted, they bought you a car, took you shopping, you know, got everything you ever wanted, say, look, go do whatever you want, you know, held your hand, took you out to dinner, kissed you, you know, all those things that seduce a woman. Wouldn't you become emotionally attached if he did everything that you wish a man would do? Yes, you would. You'd be like, oh my God, he does everything for me. He pays my bills. He da-da-da-da-da. He takes me shopping. You know, he's very romantic and blah, 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 blah. You're going to get emotionally attached because that's what you've always wanted. You know, that's your fantasy. So, like, men seduce women too all the time. That's what they do, especially the ones that can afford to. That's how they get you, you know. So make sure you get them back too. Like, if you are fortunate enough to date a man with money and they are doing all these things for you, and you want to keep them, you got to do what I just told you and get them to be hooked on you. That way you don't have to ask for nothing. It's just given. Like, oh, I need a couple $1,000. I need a new purse. Oh, here you go, baby. You know. So put it on them like they never had it put on them before. I told y'all, like Erykah Badu, get them going crazy, and they're yours to do it as you please. Unless, you know, you don't treat them right. If you start treating them bad, you know, trying to control everything they do, you know, don't let them be who they really are. You know, you can take it to a certain degree, but you can't overdo it. You got to be controlling in a seductive way, not a controlling way, because that's the mistake most women make. You can't control your man. You can only control him through lust. Okay? Like, for example, you know how some guys are like, oh, I'm going out with the boys tonight, da da da. You can't get mad. I don't want you to go out with the boys. I don't. All you got to do is walk around half naked, and he ain't going nowhere. Okay? Wait till he's like almost dressed and about to go out the door, and you start getting dressed, putting on your makeup and your lingerie and stuff, walk around like, oh, I can't, you know. And then, you know, he might not go anywhere. You know, I'm like, well, call him up. I'm gonna call him up and say I'm not coming because, you know, I'm busy right now. Blah, blah, blah. You know. Or you threaten to take it away. You threaten to take it away. It's like, yo, you know, I was planning to put it on you tonight, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel after you come back smelling like alcohol and all that stuff. You know, I was planning this all week. I got some new ideas, da da da. And he's gonna be like, he gonna cancel. But you don't want to do that to him all the time. Let him have his freedom too. You know what I'm saying? But just so you know, you can do it every now and then. But don't get upset. Just like, oh really? Oh, I'm so disappointed because I had some new lingerie and, all this stuff. Da, 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 da. I had it planned for the evening, but oh well, go ahead. Don't worry about it. Um, anyways, so not becoming emotionally attached is going to be your best way to keep a man. And I'm not lying. You don't get upset with them when they don't meet your expectations. You figure out what you need to do to make them want to meet your expectations or want to do what you need them to do. Okay? It's almost like an exchange. It's like, okay, I'm not going to tell you what to do because that's going to take away your masculinity. But if I do it through seduction, you feel even more masculine, but I have all the power. It's a win-win for you. Mm-hmm. Sometimes moving too slow in a relationship with a man who expects sex quick it will rule out guys who just want that 2-week relationship. You know what I mean? It will rule out those dudes. But the promise, this is what most men live on, a promise of sex. Okay, so if you just can keep talking to them about it, what you want to do, this and that, you'll keep them longer, rubbing on them, rubbing your boobs against them. It's like, I can't wait till we finally get to this, place where I can just rip off your clothes. Like, you give them a fantasy in their mind if you can't give it to them physically. Turn them on like that. Men are visual creatures. So put a mental picture in his mind, So that's how you do it. And the girls that keep getting emotionally attached and crying because they get broken up with after this long and this long, those guys had their plan and their strategy, but you didn't. You lost the game. Okay? That's what happened to you. You didn't play. You were scammed, and they weren't attached to you emotionally. They were just like, okay, on to the next. Okay, I'm done with you. And that's how you have to be. And until they are crazy for you. See, men have different motives. Men don't want to keep you as too long because they want to see what else is out there. But if you get them emotionally attached, they want to keep you a long time or forever. So remember that. Men and women think totally different. That's why you have to beat them at their own game. They expect you to become all emotionally attached to them. That way they can control the situation. Caught another woman texting my man and calling him babe. Text before that looked platonic. What now? Go get you a babe. Okay? I told y'all I have a plan B. What part of plan B don't y'all understand? Not plan B like the pill, but plan B another man. Okay? Go get you a plan B, which means a friend zone dude that you can text and call bae too. Okay? Who can take you to lunch and all that kind of stuff. Do that. You can't make a man stop cheating. They're only cheating on you and texting other women because they're tired of you. Okay? And they met somebody that might be your upgrade. So what you got to do is you become their upgrade. Okay? You start dressing sexier, change your look, being extra seductive, and having less and less time for that person, Make them wonder what you're doing and who you're texting. Okay? That's how it goes. When you find your man texting, you don't go crazy. You don't go crazy. You go and do better. You go and get you a friend bae who makes more money. You text him. You go get you a new look. You go look sexy and don't let him have none. It's like, no, I'm going out with my girls tonight, or I'm going to visit my mom tonight. I'm sorry, I can't do anything with you. He's gonna notice the change, and he's gonna be like, what is she up to? And then he's gonna forget about phone bae and start worrying about you because he got you already. And if he loses you, he's gonna have to work, hard to get you back. And all the stuff that he invested in you, and if he thinks you're cheating on him, that's an insult and a challenge. So now all his thoughts are right back on you and what you're doing. If you explode all over the place, why are you texting this girl, that's going to push him away. It's going to be like, well, I'm just going to go be with this girl because it's easier. They take the easy route out. They're not like women. They're not going to fight for the relationship unless they need a place to live. If it's easier just to leave and go explore the new option, that's what they're going to do. Okay? So if you make it easy for them to leave, that's what they're going to do. You go and do what you need to do and make them wonder about you. Because men are going to do whatever they're going to do. They're going to cheat. They're going to text on you. Seduction and lust is what keeps them in line. That's why he's calling her bae and texting her, because he wants to sleep with her, or he's lusting after her. It's no other reason. He don't love her. He just want to sleep with her. Okay? Okay. Anyways, don't listen to men. Don't listen to the men's advice. They don't know any better. And like I said, they don't see like we see. They see for the moment. They see how they feel at the moment. They don't see how they feel. They don't have biological clocks ticking, okay? Right now, they might not think that this is why they get with a chick. But subliminally, subconsciously, in the back of their mind, their animalistic drive is to sleep with you first and get you emotionally attached to them so that they can control you, okay? So do the same thing, okay? Do the same thing. Now, if you're in a good relationship and everything is working fine and stuff like that, and you guys are getting bored and you think you're losing him and he's slipping away and that's when you have to reinvent yourself, okay? You got to reinvent yourself. Like, who does he like? Like, what is his fantasy? Explore those type of options, okay? Don't just let him go out and find someone new because you're too boring and the same. Yes. Should you mirror something petty that they do to you? It depends on what it is. Like, for example, first of all, if you're in a relationship and you like the man more than they like you in the beginning, they're not going to care, okay? Because you're replaceable. But if you did what I told you to get him and they start slipping, then you start pulling it back less and less, like you don't care about them. Like you start becoming emotionally detached again, and not caring. And you start spending your time elsewhere so that they think you're getting ready to leave them. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that because they know exactly what you're doing. They know, oh, she's doing it because I did it. No, you pull back on everything. You cut them off. Cut them off sexually is what I'm trying to tell you. See, even Daniel Gray says smart men live free, only fools get attached to women. And that's the same way you guys should be thinking. You don't get attached to a man, okay, unless they want to give you the world. Let them give it to you first, and then you become attached, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all become attached before they do anything for you. They ain't got to do nothing for you no more. It's so many pick-me chicks out here that become attached to men that haven't even took them out on a date yet. Haven't even kissed them yet, but you already attached. Changing your relationship status on Facebook and stuff. No, when they invest in you, when they have given you what you wanted off your checklist of goals, and then they secure you, then you can become emotionally attached. Until then, you don't become emotionally attached. No, because if you do, you're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up for disappointment. He posted videos of him having fun with girls, so I was going to do the same. Okay, if you post a video with guys, it's different. Like, women can't. Okay, when you mirror, you can't do it with girls. Okay, you can't do it with guys. So post up a picture of you somewhere that looks like you're on a date, like a really fancy restaurant and you dressed up. Just take a picture of yourself and put, this place has great, and then name some type of food that they serve. He know you ain't go there by yourself. He know you on a fancy date. That's different than hanging out with a bunch of girls who are having fun. That's different. Somebody took you to a nice place, probably paid $200 or more for your dinner. You got to wear a nice dress and dress up, and chances are this man is rich. That's gonna make him even more jealous than you taking pictures with some random guys in a club. Okay, do what I tell you. You'll see. Men are not threatened by other men in clubs. They're threatened by a rich man who can take you and upgrade you. Okay, and know your value, and then they'll see you in a whole different way. So you put on your classiest, sexiest outfit, go take a picture in a fancy ass restaurant that he can never afford, and say, "Ooh, the such and such here is so great. The lobster or the steak or whatever you ate is so great." You don't even have to eat there. Just go in there dressed up, take a picture, and leave. You know what I'm saying? Unless you can find a man to take you. That's how you do that. Okay? If you're gonna make a man jealous, make him jealous in every way. How can I please a lady with money without dealing with relationship crap and lies? How can you please a lady with money? Okay, does a lady have money or you have money? Like, you want to give money to a lady without dealing with relationship crap and lies. I don't know what you're saying. Because that sentence can go either way. Do you want to give them money or you want a lady with money? Oh, you want to give her money. Okay. Well, you just got to tell her what it is from the beginning. Look, I don't want a relationship. I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. But I do want to have you. And I'm willing to compensate you for your time. You know, you can start a business. You can invest. You ain't got to work. You know, you just be my sugar baby. I'll be your sugar daddy. You know, that's what you tell her, straight up. Look, take it or leave it. I got other people waiting. How to attach him and stay a virgin, girl? That's cool. That's gonna be hard, okay? Because a lot of women. I do consultations with. They're in different cultures, which wait for marriage, and a lot of these guys that they're marrying, they have already gone out and had sex with other women, you know, and lied to them, and whatever. They've already gone and had sex with other women. When they get to you, you know, they're out having sex with other women, or they have, or whatever. They save you for the marriage, right? And this is what happens. They get married to you, they have sex with you, and it's not as good as them experienced women, and they're like, I'm going, this ain't it. You know, you don't even do this, and that. So a lot of times these ladies get left by their husbands because it's not what they thought it was going to be. You know, so I say this: if you're not doing anything before marriage, how to keep him, how to get him emotionally attached, if he's not having sex with other women, it's easy. You just tell him what you want to do to him. Okay, you tell him what you're going to do. Go watch porno. I don't know. Go figure out what you're going to do after you get married. You need to learn how to do stuff. Okay, because these women who are doing stuff before, after, in between, and during marriage, you know, they'll do it. They'll still have sex with him even if he's married. You know, a lot of people don't care. So make sure that you know what you're doing, first of all, and that he hasn't had any better. Like I said, you got to throw it on him after you marry him, and you got to tell him how you're going to do things to him after you get married. You got to put that mental picture in his mind, you know, and then you got to follow through on it, because men are very sexual, lustful creatures, and if you're not, they're going to go for some woman who's very seductive and will appeal to their lust. So you got to paint the picture in their mind. Go watch some pornographic videos and just tell them what they're doing. Tell them that's what you're going to do to them. Okay? Because if you can't hold their mind, it's gonna wander somewhere else. Somebody says, isn't nothing wrong with watching porn to get those tips? No. Why? Because I would rather invest money in her career and her gaining wealth than her relying always on a man's own. Well, see, that's good. Say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna buy you a business. I'm gonna buy, put money into this, and that for you. You know, but also give her some spending money too. So she ain't gonna be doing all that for nothing. She has to have some nice stuff too. I met a guy who has three different kids by two different women. He hasn't done anything for me, and he's on Facebook discussing me, calling me a broke bitch. Blah, blah, blah. Well, that's your fault for messing with him. Why are you messing with a broke man with all them kids that can't do nothing for you? You know, I'm just saying. You know, I don't mess with nothing that can't do nothing for me. You know, from day one, I'm like, look, what can you do? Nothing. Bye bye. Okay, I don't go for looks. I don't go for talk. I go for action. If you put something in my hand, yes or no. If no, adios. That's how you have to be with these men. Just like they are with you. Look, are you going to sleep with me? Yes or no? Is there a possibility that you're going to sleep with me? Yes or no? Okay, you're not going to sleep with me? Bye. You know, that's how you got to be. They're not afraid to ask for sex, but you're afraid to ask for money. You give them sex and they don't give you anything, you're the one at fault. That's what's called a pick-me chick. Okay, you can't be a pick-me chick and get mad at the man. Okay? You just can't do it because he got all these kids by two different women, and you expect him to treat you any different? You're the special one now? No. Look at Sierra and Future. He had all them baby mamas. She thought she was special too, but she wasn't. So, and he talked about her crazy on the internet too. Stop dealing with these type of men. Get up and walk away when they can't offer you anything. Ask them the first time you meet them, look, what can you do? Stop trying to fall in love and have a goal and a plan. That's how you not get stuck with that type of man. Okay? I've never been stuck with that type of man because I have goals. Have goals. Stop settling. Okay. No man is gonna get past 5 minutes with me if he got all them issues. You know what I'm saying? When I was single, I'm like, nope, gotta go. Bye. Don't care. Bye. It's like, how do you not care if he cheats? Cheat too. If you got a cheating man, you better be a cheating woman. Why? Because he's gonna cheat anyway. You might as well cheat too. And I'm just saying this to keep your sanity. You need to keep your sanity by saying, okay, well, if he's cheating, I might as well cheat because you know why? He's cheating on me. So eventually somebody's going to find out and it's going to end anyway. I might as well feel justified in what I'm doing and why I'm still with him. So when I come home or when he comes home and I look at him and he's been cheating, I know I've been cheating, so I can't really get mad. And, you know, I'm in control of my emotions. So I hope you had a fun day and you don't have to sleep with him and he ain't got to sleep with you. And when you finally figure out what you guys want to do, break up, stay together, make it work, whatever, you don't feel like bringing everything up from the past because you know you did it too. And so if you're going to try to save the relationship, you're not going to be bringing stuff up from the past because you did it too. You're like, okay, well, I did it too, so oh well. But you don't have to tell him that you cheated. You know in the back of your mind that you cheated, but don't ever tell him. Let him think that he has all the guilt. And you can be like, shoot, I was out doing the same thing and I had a lot of fun and, you know, he was better than you. I don't even know if I want you, you know. Go cheat too. There's nothing wrong with that. If they did it to you, you do it to them. Just don't tell them. That way you still hold the power. Make them pay. Make them pay. And then you still get your revenge and your satisfaction. And it's easier for you to let go because you did it too. Okay? That's what you got to do. If you choose to stay with him, just let it go because you did it too. You're like, I'm glad he cheated because I would have never got to do this and that, you know, with this guy, you know. I've been tied down for all these years and finally I got some and he was better and better looking and he's my plan B now, you know. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. That's what men do. Don't catch feelings. Don't catch feelings. I don't even care if you're married. If you don't trust the person that you're with 100%, don't give 100%. You know, I don't trust anybody 100%. I will never give 100% to anybody. So, you know, always remember you're playing chess. You know, there's some really good relationships, some blah, 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 in this world. And great. But there's some messed up ones. And a lot of you guys are attracting people to you who are messed up, emotionally. And you're just taking anything off the street and trying to deal with it and fix it and then get mad when they do you wrong. Don't take garbage off the street. Leave it there, bypass, and go find what you really want. Okay? And if you can't find what you really want, look in the mirror and ask yourself why you can't get what you really want, and then go fix that. And what makes me upset is that there are some women who settle and just take anything because they're so lazy. They're so lazy that they won't go and improve themselves so they can get a better man. They just take whatever crumbs fall off the table. I don't feel like learning how to do makeup. I don't feel like learning how to shave my mustache or pluck my eyebrow. I only get my nails done and wear clear lip gloss. Okay? I don't feel like doing all of that. T-shirts and leggings is good enough for me. That's the best outfit ever. No. If you looking like that and wonder why you can't do no better, that's why. Okay? Okay? If t-shirts and leggings or tank top and leggings and clear lip gloss is your daily outfit, that's why you are where you are. Why? Because look, that's not cute. That's called ratchet. You are ratchet. And I said it. So if you can't do any better, look in the mirror and look at the type of women lives that you like and see what they're doing, and you mirror that. Study people that you want to be like and improve yourself until you are like them or better. You know what I'm saying? So for example, if you pick a celebrity that you like the look on her, work until you can get close to that look. You'll start attracting better quality of people. Take care of yourself. Start investing more into yourself, instead of just thinking leggings and a tank top and some clear lip gloss and your weave ponytail is good enough. No. Okay? Or thinking that, jeans and a t-shirt, tennis shoes and a ponytail is good enough. No. You got to be better. You got to be a seductress in this world if you want to get the type of lifestyle you want. That's just it, because men respond to that. They'll mess with you. They'll mess with this person, the basic person, the pick-me basic person, until they get what they want. And 2 weeks later, they're moving on to the next one. It's like, I wonder how women get men to pay for these surgeries. They get an old man. Okay? Get you an old man that will pay for any surgery. Okay? That's very obvious, Don't tell them what surgery it is. It's like, I need surgery. Lie. You know how most people get breast implants? Well, my mom had cancer when she was young, and I just want to have them removed, and I just want to put implants in so I don't run the risk of cancer. This is more for my health than anything. If you want some boobs, that works every time. If you want your butt done, you just say, oh, I had some surgery before and it didn't work, and I have a modeling job that and they keep telling me that I can't get a job because my butt's not big enough, and it just really makes me depressed, and I'm so sad, and I feel so unattractive, and make it a mental problem. If I don't get this plastic surgery, I'm mental, okay? I can't be happy. I don't feel sexy. I can't sleep with you because I don't feel good about myself. And if I just had a butt, I could get more modeling jobs, or I would feel more confident in myself, and it make me feel more sexy. I would look at this lingerie that I can buy and wear for you afterwards. You got to lay it on thick. Get him excited, like, ooh, that, and like start letting him look at butts and stuff with you. Oh my God, you're gonna look like that when you're done, and that's for me. That's how you get it done. You make them visualize. You got to get in their head. And you cry Cry, cry, cry. Mm-hmm. And then you say, my dad was gonna give me, like, lie. You gotta lie. Lie, lie, lie. My dad was gonna give me the money, or my grandpa was gonna give me some money before he passed away, but my greedy such and sister stole it or took it, and I was gonna use the money for that surgery, and now he's gone, and it just makes me so sad. He gonna want you to be happy, so he gonna give you the money for the surgery. He gonna want you to shut up, so he's gonna give you the money for the surgery. He's gonna want you to put on that lingerie, and be some hot model chick, so he can brag and tell his friends he dating some type of model, and blah 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 blah. So he's gonna give you the money, and they set up payment plans too, so he can set it up on a payment plan. I'll pay this much a month for your booty. Okay, that's how you do it. But I've never gotten plastic surgery though, because I mean, everybody could improve on themselves, but I feel like, I'm old, I'm married, I got kids, whatever, I don't need it anymore. Like back when I was young, back in those days, only type of plastic surgery people were getting were like lips, boobs, and maybe they didn't even have Botox back then. They had like facelifts. Now they got Botox. Hmm. Will women give money to a man with a good job already? Nope. You gotta pretend to be broke. Like if you're an executive, say you're a receptionist. Don't ever tell a man how much money you make. What type of man age-wise should a woman in her late 30s go for? 60 something. Told y'all, go at least 20 years older. So, and then a lot of women have problems dating older men because they feel like, if you're, okay, I hate to say it and I don't want to be ageist, but if you look over 40, and you're trying to date somebody 40 with money, think about this. Why would they choose you over a 25-year-old? Okay? So, but if you date a 60-something-year-old, you're young to them. And they would feel foolish, trying to go a lot younger if they can feel comfortable with you. You know what I'm saying? What if you look late 20s? Well, you might need to get a real, still, it doesn't matter. If they know your age, they're going to use it against you because they can just, it's not about how you look. It's about your mentality. They can trick younger women. Younger women are more submissive or easily manipulated, So they like to, and plus the younger women will look up to them more because they're more accomplished, So that's why a lot of older men go for younger women, that can impress them. So if you're 40 something or 30 something and you're trying to date a 40 something, y'all might as well be the same age because he can't impress you unless he's a millionaire. And if he's a millionaire, he's probably going to go want to get something like 25, unless he's trying to like get married and go into politics and he needs the wifey type, So think about it. You got to really think about it. A lot of women just like, oh, I can't go out with an older guy, just and then they don't have any luck. And then they go and see like all these old men out with these young women who are driving nice. The women are driving nice cars, have nice clothes, purses, jewelry, and they sitting there with somebody 5 years older than them thinking they doing something. No. I told you, men are about looks and sex and lust. If they can't impress you and, do all these things and they don't find you as a fantasy, then it's going to be harder for you to get stuff out of them. What do I think about Kylie Jenner pregnancy? I think it's typical. Like, we knew something was going crazy happen to her. what I think about that is she could have done a lot better. Like, why couldn't she get a big name? Like, why couldn't she wait until she was, more famous to marry somebody with more money? I don't know. It just, she picked someone that looked like to me, he's not attractive. Okay. Um, it's like she's the rebellious one that, you know, she did like the opposite of what Black China did. Like she married, or not married, but she got pregnant with somebody that can't give her nothing. Like as much as she already has. It's stupid. Like, and she has to be attached to that person for 18 years, and y'all know those rappers' careers don't last that long. So he's gonna be a has-been in about 5 years, and she's gonna look stupid. That's why. hmm I'm reading some of these comments. Someone asked, am I able to have sex with my husband even now? And he's much older. Do you have to get drunk first? When you get married, you don't have to have sex hardly anymore. What if you are a virgin girl and have no experience? You better watch some porno and learn how to do it. Because if your man has been out there and doing it with lots of women, and they come to you and you're boring and dry and like don't know how to do nothing, they're gonna go right back to those other women. That's what I'm saying. You better figure it out. In this day and age, you gotta figure it out. You know, your job is to hook him afterwards. You know. What? Yeah. That's James. He's at home. But like, it's porn different than real. It's good enough if you haven't done nothing. It's better than nothing. Let's just say that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's my video on that, and I feel like a lot of women are trained to fall in love and trained to give their all and trained to become emotionally attached and trained to think everything emotional instead of logical, and that's why they're losing when it comes to when it comes to relationships, because you're playing it wrong. You're not able to you know navigate through it because you're emotionally blind and you're emotionally blinded. So you gotta go into it with goals and not expectations. mm, how do I have sex if not attractive? um just like you go to work and you hate your job. Just like that. It's like, oh, I gotta go to work. I hate this job. Oh well. Get it over with so I can go home and go shopping, go get my money, and da da da. Just treat it like a job. Like, for example, people do stuff all the time that they don't like. You know, you eat food you don't like when you gotta go on a diet. You go to work, you have to work with people you don't like. You do a lot of stuff you don't like. What makes this any different? They like it. They're gonna give you what you want. Then you're gonna be happy right after. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Men will have sex with the ugliest woman because they detach. Okay, you ever seen a man who cheated on somebody with somebody that looked like, who did it and why? They don't look at their face. They're focused on one thing. They have one goal. Why can't y'all do the same? Don't focus on that. Focus on what you're getting to. What you're doing, why you're doing it. Okay? You ever seen somebody with this ugly chick and he just have sex with her, don't let her come out in public? What do you think? Men do the same thing. I can't have sex with her. I'm not attracted to her. Does she have a JJ? Yes. Okay, that's all I need. Okay? Close your eyes. Put a bag over your head. That's what they do. They don't care. They are emotionally detached. That's why they can have sex with somebody that's disgustingly ugly. They don't care. That's why their first baby mama looked busted. Because he messed around and got her pregnant. By accident. Okay? So stop with, if you have to have sex with somebody who's unattractive but will buy you whatever you want, pay your bills, then so be it. Men do it all the time. He want a down payment to a car. He gonna do something with some girl who he knows has some savings, even though she look crazy and ugly, and he would never take her out in public. He gonna woo her in her apartment or her house. He gonna bring over some drinks and snacks for Netflix and chill. He gonna have dates set up in the house until he gets that money to put the down payment on his car. He gonna do it to her real good, get her hooked, so she gives him whatever he wants, but he won't take her in public. Why? Because men don't care what you look like. As long as they can get what they want out of you and get you hooked and do whatever you need to do, that's their goal. Their goal is not to marry you or to figure out, how to make the world accept your version of beauty. No, they're not taking you out into the world. Yeah, so stop thinking. Stop thinking like that. Y'all are too like, oh, well, what if I'm not attracted to them? Half the men that sleep with you, or most of the men that sleep with women, are not really looking at their looks. They don't care about this, because if you wouldn't have said yes, this other person over here looking like a gremlin would have, and they would have had sex with him. Sex is sex. If they can have sex with a beautiful woman, yeah, they'll pay extra, they'll give you more, they'll pay more attention to you and spend more time with you. But like I said, they can go over here to the gremlin and get it for free. So make sure you understand that. Okay? So anyway, for me, I'm blind anyway. If I don't have my glasses on, everybody's a blur to me. Okay? Y'all all look the same. Anyway, turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn them off. Pretend there's somebody else. Act. That's what I would do. I'm like, ooh. Picture your favorite musician, favorite actor, whatever. Turn off the lights. Anyway, y'all make me laugh with these comments. Yep, woo her in her apartment or house. Yep. Yeah, someone says, I'm not dating him, I'm dating his money. Exactly. See, you got it. Just like the man say, I'm not dating her, I'm dating her apartment, money, and free sex. You have so many women come to me, I was taken advantage of. I let this guy borrow thousands of dollars and I want him to pay me back. He went and bought a car, or he went and bought, a ticket and went on vacation. And, I'm like, well, you dumb for giving. You don't give men money, okay? That's your fault. You don't give men money. You can't give men money. But he said he loved me. Well, I could say that too. Don't mean I mean it. So, stop, y'all. Stop being pygmies. Stop thinking like that. Attach your relationship to goals instead of emotion, and you will win. I promise you. And if you don't, you won't leave empty-handed, and you won't feel used because you already got what you needed. I'm a black woman with a very Successful career in the legal field. I still don't want a broke man. He must be significantly well off. Yep. But see, the problem with a lot of women who make a lot of money, they have to lie about their career in order to get a man that makes equal or more money. Because a man that makes equal or more money, he feels like he can't impress you unless he's a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? And they usually go for, the young, dumb type that, looks good on their arm. So you gotta understand, you gotta play dumb too. You gotta have two personalities: the work personality and the type of woman that men are attracted to because they can impress them type of woman. That's what you gotta be. You gotta be two different women these days, or maybe more. See, men, they think sex rules women. The only reason why men can have sex and make a woman crazy is because she is emotional. She thinks she didn't have a goal. Okay, if she's not trying to put it on him, then he's trying to put it on her, and she lets him. You never let them put it on you. You always in control of that. You're like, uh, you know, and plus you don't mentally. You have to allow yourself to let someone put it on you. If you go in with goals like, I'm not gonna let him put nothing on me. Oh no, this don't, blah 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 blah. It won't happen. But these women who are like so obsessed with sex, ooh, he's good and bad and da da da, they don't win either. Okay, you have to be, you have to give it and then take it away, and make them chase you and beg for it more. You can't be the one that they're trying to impress. You gotta take them to a whole nother level that they ain't ever been to. So anything they try to do, it's not gonna be as good as what you can do to them. Okay? Yeah. But if you're young and you're just starting off, yeah, go fall in love. I always say this: go fall in love, go get your heart broken a few times, and then when you ready, these videos will still be here. I'm not saying go out and do this, like, if this is not an issue for you. I said go out and do this after you tired of dealing with these guys who keep lying to you and using you and dumping you after 2 weeks, or after they get bored of you and tired of you. When you're tired of that lifestyle, when you're tired of being a pick me, then you come get these videos. Because there's only one way, like, how they ever say, there's only one way to beat your enemy, and it's to become them. I'm not saying men are your enemy. I'm saying become like them. Become like them, which is detach emotionally. Save your emotions for your kids and your family members. Someone says for the virgins sell it on eBay. Yep. If you're a virgin, you can be a millionaire tomorrow. There are so many women selling their virginity for $1 million plus. Okay, that's what I would do. Shoot, you ain't ever got to worry about invest that money, start your own business. You're rich. If I knew that back then that I could do that, I would have done it. I'd be like, oh yes, $2 million because I'm cocky. So someone keeps asking about the Facebook group. I might let some more people in. I don't know. It depends. Like, that group is straight up no morals. We gonna do what we gotta do, get money, get paid. Old, young, married, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the group. This is for women who've been through it and ready to move forward financially, mentally, and emotionally unattached. Okay. I do have a pick me group now. If you want to get in the pick me group, it's a satire group. It's called Pick Me. I go 50-50, or I pay 50-50 or something like that. It's on Facebook. Anybody can get into that one, and it's satire. It's like people post stuff that pick me chicks would post, or they pretend to be pick me chicks and like they make funny posts and stuff. It's hilarious. So if y'all want to join that one is free. And then if I see you posting stuff and it's funny, and I get that you understand that this is wrong and that you shouldn't think like this, then a lot of people in that group will get into the other group. If because some of them don't get it. They're like, what's wrong with this? I'm like, because they just saw it and they joined and like, ooh, pick me, I go 50-50. Like literally they were pick me's, and the sign attracted them for some reason. I'm like, this is satire. And you came for real? What's wrong with this? Oh my god. Okay. Nothing is wrong with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretending to be a pick me chick on there. It's hilarious. It's funny. It's like I had a picture of these soaps from the cheap hotel. I got them off of Google, and I said, look what my man bought me for my birthday. He bought me a bath set. Isn't this beautiful? I wonder where he got it from. He won't tell me. It's very sad. It's satire, y'all. So, y'all check it out. Anyway, I gotta go, but it's been fun, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I know that man, and we just started dating, but he is saying you have a lot of friends, and also asking what did I do yesterday and today. Every time we talk, what is the best way to answer? It's like you gotta seduce them every time you deflect. Oh yeah, those are just friends, but I really like you. Rub on his shoulder. And I wasn't doing anything yesterday but taking a bubble bath. Take his mind back to the list. I was just taking a bubble bath and shaving and getting ready to see you, getting ready to see you on our date, but I need a new dress. And, those guy friends, oh, I just went to high school with them and I grew up with them, or they work with me. Those are nobody. They can't, they can't do anything for me. I have a very expensive taste and they can't afford that. Assure him, switch it up. Like, you gotta switch it every time. Get him to buy you something. Feel stupid for asking. Tell him those men can't afford you. You getting ready for him. You rubbing oils and taking bubble baths, thinking about him. He ain't gonna know what to do. That's what you do. You gotta seduce men in every given chance, and that's how you get stuff. Get your money. Like if he got the nerve to ask you that, have the nerve to ask him to buy you a dress for this date you preparing for. I need some money in my PayPal so I can go shopping and buy this sexy dress that I saw that you will love. Oh my gosh. Just get it. Get everything you can get. How many STTs y'all got? Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's a girl or a guy asking that. I don't know. How many you got? I don't have any. How to stop resenting someone you aren't emotionally attached to but is rich. Resenting someone. Why would you resent them? Like, are they rude to you? Are they mean to you? You don't care what they think. Your goal is to get what you can get. If they talk bad to you and say some crazy stuff to you, be like, oh really? Like, play dumb. Like, oh really, you feel that way? Wow. Like, play dumb, and they'll feel bad for you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do like that. It's like, oh, I didn't know you felt that way about me. I'm sorry. Play stupid. Get more out of them. They'll feel guilty and give you more. Okay? You cuss them out in the back of your mind while you counting your money. Oh, I don't know. Really? That's so mean. That's okay. I need to work on that. Yes. Some guys want to control women because nobody will listen to them. And so they figure since they're paying you, you can do it. They can control you. Because, they can't get respect. or they're so used to talking trash to people, it's like it's not a big deal. Just get their money and have plan B. Like I said, got to get you a plan B. When that for plan A gets boring and start going crazy, switch to plan B. Let plan A cool off. Teach plan A a lesson. Make him plan B. Put them on hold and rotate. Rotation. Just like guys do. I'm a licensed security officer. I went to college for a degree in Homeland Security. Okay. Thanks for the info. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay. Maybe you're talking to someone in the comments. Anyways. Yep. Always get you some more options. Options. And don't be ashamed of it, because they're not. They're never ashamed of that. Hi, Rico. I gotta go get my shoes on. Yes. How can I get and join Facebook group? I'm reading. Rico, one of my friends' names. Oh, that's my dog's name. Rico. He's a Chihuahua. I'm trying to put on my boots. The more emotionally attached you become, the greater you can focus on your goals. Detached, yeah. For example, like, gosh, I'm trying to put on this. When you're focused on a goal, you don't focus on nothing until you complete it, you know? You're not even trying to worry about anything else. It's like, okay, I must complete this goal. And it's good if you have something to report back to. That's why our group is so important, because like a lot of women, they'll have a goal to get a certain amount of money, get a certain gift, and when they do, they post it up and say, got it, you know? So it's very important to have goals, because if they were just going out with these guys randomly and, you know, not having a goal to attach it to, they might get caught up, you know? So that's why we post a lot of stuff that they get out of guys. Purses, money, cash, down payments to cars, you know, whatever. Vacations, stuff like that. So, and don't feel ashamed to do it, because they're not ashamed to take something from you. You know, they're not ashamed, so you don't be ashamed. Don't care. When you don't like a man's profession because you know it don't make a lot of money, remember how can you start dating somebody else? Because there's old out there that will just drop thousands of dollars on an average chick, okay? And that's just the honest to God truth. There's these old men out there who want to feel young again, and they'll take an average looking young chick, you know, gotta be decent, a little okay, you know, and drop a couple thousand. And then you sit over here with your call center number, call center check, and you mad. Don't be mad, just wait till you get 50, 60, and you go get you one.